Here we go. Welcome, everybody. We've got a Silver League set where Survivalist literally needs to do what his name implies. He needs to survive in Titans League. He comes in here with 3 wins after 4 rounds. In order for him to survive, he would have to 3-0 win over Saymyname, the longtime pro, the 40-year-old pro from Vietnam, who is just always super consistent and super good. Despite the game changing, despite things being added, he's just talented, man. He's just talented. And to my knowledge, Saymyname doesn't really practice much. I think he just shows up and he plays the game, which really just goes to show you how good he is. But yeah, Survivalist would need to win 3-0 to survive in TTL Silver. Otherwise, he's relegated. Would have to requalify for it next time. And if he does win 3-0, he is not even safe. He would need to then rely on chart beating you putting 2-1. So it's really not a desirable situation for Survivalist here. Now, he's gone for Dravidians. His villagers are not taking the zebra, so he needs to sort that out. Dravidians are a good civ pick here. This map is African River, where I expect a lot of chaos early. The Saymyname has gone for the Incas. This is before the Incas are changed with the new DLC, which will happen in 2 days, at least for Titans League. And hey, YouTube! We got a llama! We got a llama. There we go. We don't have an emote for you yet, but there's the llama just prancing around. I think it was Part-Time Buddha was super obsessed with the llama on YouTube chat the other day. So there you go. Twitch can do the llama jams for that. Real quick, though, in Saymyname's case, so he's currently at 9 wins, tied with Kambito for 9 wins, but he has the tiebreak over him. So because Saymyname has more set wins, he will always win the tiebreak over everyone else in the group. So I think if he wins 2-1 here, he's fairly secure because Kambito has to play a very talented player in Ozone. But the other side of that, too, is Ozone can't really get first. So I don't know, like, players start to look at the playoff brackets and such. I'm not sure exactly where Ozone... Maybe Ozone, since he's going to the playoffs anyways, would want to save some strategies, right? So, I mean, Ozone's in chat. Let me know, Ozone, if you're going to go full send here. Oh, Ozone's saying if Survivalist wins 3-0. Wait, do you have a chance for first? Okay, he says he trusts Survivalist. He might actually have a slight chance for first. So maybe that's it. Maybe Survivalist wins 3-0, then Ozone gets first. We'll see. Either way, Survivalist getting Loom really early, which you don't typically see. I think he's worried about that eagle from Saymyname wandering around the map, maybe denying his dock. And Saymyname was able to steal a buffalo, also still has the llama hanging out there, and also has his dock over here. But the expectation here would be man-at-arms. The expectation here would be archers for both these civs. And then potentially some skirms, potentially some eagles from there. T90, how do you play the old patch? Isn't the download forced? Yeah, but we have access. We have super secret behind-the-scenes access to go to the behind-the-scenes patch. And, guys, every single time I'm using an old patch for an AoE event, I always forget I'm on the old patch, and then I'll finish my stream. I'll be really tired, but I'm an addict, so I need to play, right? So then I'll queue to go play, and then I'm like, man, this is a long queue. Why do I not have a game? This is ridiculous. And I'll just, for years I've done this. I'm like, this is very odd. And I just sit there, and I'm in queue, and I'll hit like 7 minutes, and then it will match me with some Microsoft Store player who's like 300 elo, who probably had the option to not auto-update their game on. And then I'm like, oh no, what do I do? Do I kill him fast? Or do I like, what's the honorable thing to do? Do I take it easy and not kill him fast? It happens a lot. So hopefully I remember that we're on the old patch. But thankfully they gave us the access to that, the players access to that too. T90, does this mean that people can submit games to your Discord of games on older patches? No. I mean, technically, yeah, if the game's really good, we could go back, but I would prefer not. And oh my goodness, Saymyname almost traps the scout. But yeah, the new patch will be incorporated into Platinum in 2 days. Silver will be on this patch. Survivalist sending a villager rather far forward here. And look at how, every time I look at Survivalist base, Saymayname's eagle is... Well, I thought he was paying attention. I was about to applaud him for paying attention. I don't think he saw that, so never mind. That's a pretty big deal, though. What is Survivalist thinking with this? I think he wants to go forward dock, but there's 2 different areas that can be docked, and he hasn't scouted it yet. So he'll find the dock is there now. I'm curious how he adapts this. It's not bad to dock here, though, because there's still fish available, and your opponent probably won't expect it. Survivalist's early game is just a real weak point of his play. Survivalist is a great player because of his mechanics and because of his adaptations late game. But, like, right now, for example, having 300 wood, no other player is going to be floating 300 wood right now. They're going to be spending that wood on the barracks. They're going to be on gold earlier. Just, that's going to be the weak point for him in this series. And that's where Ozone, who's watching right now, needing Survivalist to get some wins, should be a little bit concerned. It's also the scouting, right? Like, I know it's going to be Man-at-Arms. He hasn't scouted or pre-walled anything. This is really bad. And, oh! All right, well, he adapts. He adapts. He gets the quick walls down. And so far, he hasn't lost anything. So far, so good for Survivalist. Survivalist is only on 1 fire, though. It's like... Believe me, this is not me trying to be critical. But this is just not a good hybrid map build, guys. The gold was late. You go 2 dock. You can't even produce a second fire. 400 wood floating. I didn't see all the Survivalist games in the Silver League. But I did kind of feel like he was going to struggle in a group of killers. Everyone's super, super good. 2 people have to get relegated. This is really slow so far. I don't know exactly what he's planning on doing, to be honest. But he's got a scout, and he's got 1 fire galley, and he's going to add some fishing ships. Now, Saymyname is going to find those fishing ships with his fire galley down here. I mean, Saymayname's 1 dock has 2 fires. Survivalist went 2 docks and has 1. That should pretty much tell you how off this is. Yeah, this is the Survivalist player who you'll see make some videos and stream and stuff. It's just when it's not Arabia maps, when it's tournament style, when you have a draft. I think the pressure as well, because it's a whole different element. It's just a completely different world. And Saymyname has been in this world for 20 years. His first Age of Empires result was in 2003. And things are looking pretty good for him so far. Tower's denying the gold. Survivalist will fall back here. He's still surviving. He's actually still in the game. He actually has 3 eco kills. What did I miss? 3 eco kills. I guess he killed fish? Maybe he killed some fishing ships over here? Yeah, okay. Killed some fishing ships there. I'll tell you, as a player, like, I play against Survivalists a lot, and it's a really good test of if you can hit the meta timings. Because if you don't apply continuous damage to him, he's going to sort it out, and he's going to survive. He will adapt. His favorite building, I'd say, is the market. Oftentimes needs the market to balance out his res. There he goes to Castle Age, guys. So, somehow on the way to Castle Age. I think Saymyname has missed. The fires could be winning water right now for him. He'll probably find the fish down here, but he's completely forgotten about this fire. So that's 6 fishing ships for Survivalists he's getting away with. And Saymyname still not really that far ahead in resources collected. Doesn't have a kill in the game. And he wants to go for another tower against Survivalists, which I'm guessing Survivalists will see. And then he can drop off the stone and maybe build another... He can build a counter tower here. Should be fine. Yeah, that's fine for Survivalist. He's surviving. When he gets to Castle Age, I'm still not entirely sure how this game's going to go. And, okay, Saymyname has found the fish. And this is where Survivalists will have basically no food eco. But it did take Saymyname some time. I don't think Saymyname is from... I don't think it's a Breaking Bad reference. Can someone tell me the year Breaking Bad came out, though? I know Saymyname pretty well. He used to be known as Yellow. For years, he used to be known as Yellow, and then he changed his name to Saymyname. The funny thing was, is he would never play in the color yellow. And then he would play against like Viper or someone who is playing in the yellow. So I'd be like, and yellow does this. And it was super confusing. And I told him, I said, when I say my name, people then say my name. And it's really annoying. And he said, lols. And that was that. So I don't know. Maybe this is from... Chat saying it's the song. It's a Destiny's Child reference? I doubt Say My Name is a big Destiny's Child fan, but who knows? Anyway, Survivalist has finally lost everything on water. He's made it to Castle Age. He's going to have Elite Skirmishers with Dravidians. With Bodkin and Elite Skirm. He's in this. He will lose his barracks, it seems, to the range units, but he is safe. He is surviving. None of this is meta. Like, this is what makes Survivalist such a unique player. You can't really practice for this, right? Because if you were be practicing, you'd be like, this, no, things have gone off the rails. This is not how you're supposed to play. But he's alive. Say My Name is still looking for damage. I think he just caught a glimpse of those villagers, so Survivalist Town Center will be delayed, but... For the next 2 minutes, these skirmishers are actually a threat. Dravidian skirms can kill off everything that's out there if it's not protected. But can very easily get the fishing ships that Say My Name has right now. And Town Center will be completed. Say My Name backing up. Tower now for Say My Name to protect from the skirms. Survivalist getting some snipes. So honestly, like, I think for Say My Name, he really struggled to kill the fish as quickly as he needed to. And he didn't get any vill damage with his armies. He is getting some damage now, though. He's killing off some vills. Oh, no. Survivalist, no. Yeah, he hoped the skirmishers would do a better job there. Was probably also microing here. The fact this town center still isn't up is really rough for Survivalist. It's a town center that will eventually complete. I think this is an area where we'll see Say My Name go siege. And then once Say My Name is in Castle Age, Eagles should be able to deal with the skirms. But his upgrades are still not great. Guys, the red X's are a capture age bug that'll be fixed in 2 days. They updated capture age for the new patch, and we're on the old patch, and it's just not showing the unique text here, so. Wow, adaptable game. Adaptable game, and I think that's what you want for Survivalist. Is he just needs to get to the mid game. He never wins his games early. He always takes it late. He also has enough for a castle right now. So, against Eagles, he can go for Yurumi Swordsman. I'm really feeling like there's a shot here. We'll drop the market to balance out his res. He's gone this whole game without it. I think for Say My Name's perspective, he doesn't have any transition eco. So he doesn't have any farms. He's not really on the berries there. He just has those 4 fishing ships. And now a castle from Survivalist. So Say My Name does the right thing. He'll put his archers inside the tower. He's expecting this is going to be shot down. There's no way you stop this castle. So you just put the archers in there, and you hope to get some damage. On the back, he's sending the skirmisher. He's sending the eagles after the skirms, and we'll kill all of that. And then right before this castle goes up, ideally you run with your archers. Though he might just forget about them. But you should run. Didn't kill a lot of vills. Looks like he kills 1. Tower will be shot down. Survivalist now has Yurumis. But yeah, Survivalist will start to use that market a lot. Say My Name's probably wondering if Eagles are a good play now. The other day I played with Dravidians. I went Yurumis against Goths, and it was very strong. I think the unit... The main reason why you don't see the unit early is just because the ecos don't normally flow towards castles like this. But man, Survivalist economy is a mess. He has farms that aren't actively being farmed. He has berries that are there and not being taken. He's got tons of stone, very little food. He can't really make much. And at home, Say My Name is just going to mass some archers. So he's expecting the Yurumis. Second town center for him. The Eagle's still going for the raids right now. I'll answer the question, even though it's been addressed in chat, just because there might be some viewers wondering. And And I'm going to be repeating it for the next 2 days. So sorry for those that have already heard it. But yeah, this is old patch. This is not new patch. New patch will be on Friday. These games are being covered as Rex. These games were played, I think, yesterday or something like that. So we will have, I think the next series is live, and we'll have some live sets tomorrow. But Saymyname and Survivalist, very different time schedule to me and the Age of Empires community. So we want the games back to back to back. Survivalist will try and retake water now, which feels necessary. He's going to be surrounded by docks, though, and there will be a third town center for Saymyname, who's starting to get into his groove. Doesn't have that many farms yet. Hasn't killed that many villagers yet, but we still haven't seen many Yurumis. That's what I was expecting for Survivalist. He's already lost water. I would have loved to see him lean really hard into land. The bases are not far away, so if he went Yurumis in siege, he could push the base right away. Survivalist could land a demo here. He does have a demo on the right dock. And there it is. All right, big demo. Could maybe recover on water. But eco count is looking really good for Saymyname. And Saymyname has already benefited from the fish for the most part, I would say. I don't think he necessarily needs to continue to hold water. That said, this map can really be important to have water long term. So it's not just for the eco at this stage. Let's go, mustache boys! Let's go! Look at him go! This is what I should be for Halloween. I probably need to lose some weight, but if you look hard enough, if you look, you can see they have a mustache in there. I'm not sure anyone at the Halloween parties would understand, but I'd explain, of course. Yeah, Yurumis absolutely wreck the Eagle Warriors. But they're very low HP, so they should be weak against archers. The Saymyname queuing in the north still to keep the fish working. In the south, he's getting pressured. Good for him, though, that he snuck his fish to the north, because Survivalist is going the wrong way. A Survivalist building a town center there. Survivalist losing his Yurumis to the archers. These are archers with fletching, by the way. Survivalist doesn't have any blacksmith upgrades. And he goes for a sneak dock, but I mean, just can't really be expected to complete that dock right now. I still think this hill decides the game, or could. This is a very important area between the player bases where there's stone and gold. And it has been far from clean from either player. Saymyname, I'd expect the farming eco now, but both players are on 3 TCs. Both players could maybe land a demo. And Saymayame's got 7 archers that aren't even crossbowmen yet. And even if he goes for it, like, Dravidians have faster firing skirms. I think Yurumi and Skirmisher is really good against the Incas. Starting to see Survivalists get eco upgrades he didn't have before. Starting to see the farms improve for him. Found a fishing ship snipe over here. KD is even. There is a siege workshop here, though, which Survivalist doesn't see. And so I think his town center will start to get pressured. Sato, it's crazy, right? Sato says, I've never seen Saymyname play 1v1 for the last 5 years, and he is still dominating his group. He doesn't practice at all. He just plays some team games for fun, and he shows up, and he's schooling kids. He's like 40 years old, pretty sure he has a family and a job. Saymyname is a true talent, man. It's cool to see for those that have been around for a really long time. Oh, God. Mangonel's at 60%. Mangonel's at 60%. Castle's at 50%. But, guys, we have the push from Saymyname in the north. We've got the castle in the critical position in the south. And I just think Survivalist has struggled to take control of this game. It's just been surviving, right? And if you try and survive, if you can't take initiative, you are going to get punished here. I don't think he even knows about that. So he doesn't see the castle. He's looking over here. And the castle could not be more perfect. I think that might solidify the game. And that would mean Survivalist... I mean, he still has $10 per win to play for. But this would guarantee his relegation, I believe, if he loses this first game. Lots of meaning for Saymyname, as Saymyname wants to be top of the group. The other thing, too, if you watch Saymyname play, is he has a lot of super old tendencies. So there's lots of quality of life features now that, like, kind of automate aspects of the game. but he doesn't use select all hotkeys, or he doesn't use a lot of the things that modern players will get used to. This is going to be disastrous if he chooses to dive. He still has an attack ground hotkey, Survivalist. Yeah, Survivalist knows it's probably bad, wants to fight on a little bit longer here, so. I think it was the set that Survivalist won in bronze to get here was against Thunderbolts, where he won 3-2, and every single game he was behind, and 3 of those games he was able to come back. And so what I said at that time was, I was like, if Survivalist can work on the early game, he can be a threat, but like, you move up the rankings, very tough to just be behind from, you know, at 10 minutes into the game every single game and get away with it. And that's what at least we're seeing here in this game. Thunderbolt actually ended up making silver as well. And Thunderbolt was also relegated, so maybe Thunderbolt and Survivalist will run into each other in bronze again. That said, you're not like, getting relegated from silver isn't too terrible, because you just do the same thing all over again and play a big bronze bracket to qualify. So it's not like you're in a bronze group for a year, and then you have to do that whole group stage, and then you have to get back to silver the next year. You could actually, next season of silver, anyone who's relegated could be right back. Imp is on the way for Saymyname. Survivalist is just kind of chilling here, so. I think being the first game of the series, maybe the warm-up game, seeing as this would mean every game's so valuable for Survivalist, he obviously wants to give it his best shot. But, as I blow my nose here, excuse me, it's not looking good. I don't know. I just find that, at least in this game, I find that Survivalist problems are so fixable. Like, it's there's not a lot to it. So, in round 5, to see this opening is just very surprising. I don't know if on Liquipedia, maybe it'll show if he played this map at all this season. But it was, the opening in Feudal Age was just so weird. No scouting on what his opponent would bring to the table. Very late to gold. Castle's going up for Saymyname. Yeah, I don't know, Sato. I just think, you know, there's those players. There's a lot of really unique players at the high level. And I think Survivalist is just one of them, where it's like kind of like MBL. If you look at MBL, everyone's been saying for MBL, like, stop getting housed, stop making spears and skirms, stop, like, doing the things that MBL does. And guess what? Like, it works for him. And if MBL tried to play like somebody else, if MBL tried to be Viper, he would be way worse. Because everyone has their tendencies. And I think Survivalist falls into that category. So when it works, you're like, oh my god, that's so cool. That's so amazing. But then when it doesn't work, you're just like, well, understandable. So I think Survivalist definitely has to look at the builds and just get a better feel for the Dark Age, really. And no barracks with the Dravidians. He went 2 docks and couldn't even make fire galleys right away. He just really was quite behind from the jump. Did do a good job getting to Castle Age and stabilizing a little bit, but he was never really able to have a lot of army this game. It was a real struggle. He had the skirms, and that was pretty much it. And so games still matter here. We still see more games. I'll double check to confirm that Survivalist is out. However, it's still $10 per win for Survivalist, which is not nothing. And of course, there's the pride on the line. The Saymyname needs the wins to guarantee first place. All right, so it maybe hasn't been the cleanest openings from Survivalist in some of these hybrid maps. And sure, maybe he's relegated, but he's going to give us one final show here. And he loves closed maps. He's very good with closed maps. He's very good with the extremes, which Bypass can have. What I like about Bypass is you've got the opening through the middle, so if you wish to be aggressive there, you can. And you also have the areas on the outside. So, Vietnamese for Survivalist. Strong economic civ, very adaptable civ. You can play it many different ways. But I think you have to play in a way that stops the Spanish from doing what they want here. The Spanish are they're just strong if they get to conquistadors. And yes, technically, the Vietnamese are one of the best civilizations to stop it because they have the Imperial skirms and they have the rats and archers. But skirms cost resources to upgrade, and skirms you need a lot of, and conks and low numbers can end the game. So what I would do is I would go Tower Rush. I would go fast feudal with Vietnamese. I would go Tower Rush. I would try it. I would Tower Rush and adapt. And basically, you hope you find the stone. You hope you kill some vills. And at the very least, what you do is you slow down. You even push back the position of the castle, right? If you push this area on the front, the castle probably goes right in front of his town center. So Tower Rush, behind it, stone wall, double layer. So when the conks do get through, they need rams and petards would be my play. And so far, I think Survivalist is thinking the same. But if there is one build that Survivalist really likes, it would be the fast feudal eco upgrade build. I think that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's certainly very good with the Vietnamese, but that does mean that if Saymyname just goes for fast castle, that Saymyname will probably be getting to the castle sooner rather than later. Now, Saymyname also is a good tower rushing civ. Spanish do build faster. And so old school players used to tower rush with Spanish because it would put you onto stone really early on into the game. And you also take the map control so you can get a castle position. So I'm seeing 2 on wood for him. I'm seeing 2 on wood for Survivalist. If I had to guess right now, I'm saying they're both going feudal age. Yeah, any questions, guys? Anyone want to say hello? Now's the time. I feel like I haven't done that today. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. Support's been unreal. To have the viewers we do for Silver is so sick. You have no idea how motivating it is for me. Honestly, if the viewership was rough right now, considering I'm sick, I probably would be feeling pretty bad. Because I want people to see Silver League. We put in some extra time into the calendar to show silver and gold, and we'll get to the playoffs there. And obviously, we have platinum, but thank you. What's up, Boomer? What's up, Hyper? What's up, Arbase? Arbase, this game is pivotal. Yes, pivotal. What's up, Ram? Welcome. I'm not that sick, but I'm starting to get a cold, you know? Which my fiance said last night. She goes, I'm like, man, my nose is running. I'm sick. She goes, that's not sick. So what do you guys think? Is nose running sick? I think that literally means you're sick. There's degrees of being sick, but that means that something is somewhat compromised in your immune system. Otherwise, your nose wouldn't run, right? That's like your body saying, get ready, you're about to be sick. It's sick, but not sick. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not too bad. It's not like I'm pushing through 104 fever or something like that. We'll say my name's on stone. It's fun to bring up these stories because at least I think you guys appreciate them. So back in the day, Incas had this bonus where your villagers were affected by blacksmith upgrades in feudal. And there was a build order which was called the Noboru build order. And Noboru was this like 1600 player who developed this build where you go fast feudal and you research wheelbarrow so your vills are faster, just like ever so slightly faster. And then you get armor, and you Vill fight in Tower Rush, right? Anyways, this was like 2017, so 9 years ago. Surprise! Survivalist! Oh, no! Oh, no! Don't! What do you do here? Uh-oh! Uh-oh. Okay, the gate closed. Anyways, to finish the story real quick, as Survivalist almost had a panic attack, I played him with Incas. Back then, there was lobbies, right? So you just join the lobby of the player. I played him with Incas. I crushed him. And he was like 400 elo higher than me then. We get back in the lobby. He says, go Inca again. And then I did it again and beat him. Again. Inca again. And like we just kept going through the list of strats. And then eventually I could never beat him. He was like motivated. He's like, I gotta learn how to beat this. And he actually had Spanish, which is what made me think of it. He's super good with Spanish. You get to Conquistadors, and then things change. Man, Survivalist is... He's going for Stone Gates. I don't love Stone Gates if you need an additional defensive tower, but other than that, this is all right so far. He got his eco upgrades in. He should send more villagers to stone for future towers. I'm hoping that Saymyname knows you can't build in the very middle. This is the quicksand area of the map, which doesn't actually act as quicksand, but... Honestly, I mean, the tower rush is not going to progress any further until Saymyname starts to shoot down the tower, and then Survivalist runs out of stone to repair. It's going to take a long time. I think Saymyname will eventually create some problems, but this is where Survivalist shouldn't have gone Stonegate. Maybe he didn't have the res, but if that's 2 Palisade gates, he has an extra 40 stone to repair right now, which gives him more time. But stone is a really valuable resource. And now Saymyname is getting fletching and will start to shoot his tower down, and now he's panicking. And now he wants to go archers. I'm not sure I'm in love with it. Archers and your own towers, I can get on board with. But this really just comes down... Ooh, the scout went down for Saymyname. That is not good. There could be a lot of activity on the sides. But for the archers to have any benefit, it feels like you would need your own tower to be up. Nessox, thank you for the prime. Cirrus, thank you for the prime. But once this tower is down, another tower goes up for Saymyname. And he can see the gold right there. And this next tower would also deny 2 farms as well. Survivalist. Just go to stone, man. You build the first tower. You send a couple vills to stone then. You have good eco upgrades with Vietnamese. It's very adaptable. But now we're panicking and going like crazy amounts onto stone. The farms on the front he placed because he probably thought it was fine when it wasn't. And now he can't even take those farms. This is, ugh. It's just, we're 13 minutes into another game and it doesn't seem super close. Having said all that, every time I look back at Saymyname's eco, I'm always expecting a little bit more. He doesn't have any farms. He's actually building an archer range. So I think he's thinking about maybe going for some archers with Spanish, which I guess could work in Feudal Age. Well, I think Survivalist will probably survive. He's getting housed. He has archers. His market will not go down because he can counter tower this. That's okay. Maybe it's fine. His food eco looks horrible. The food eco is a little bit better for Saymyname, but it's not that much better. And Survivalist has the more adaptable civ. He's the more economic civ. And yeah, the archers are very helpful now. So, what elo are these guys? Saymyname never plays 1v1s. I think even still, he's like 2400. Survivalist, 23, 2400, depending on the day. But yeah, it's going to be archers inside of towers for both, and then repairs, just to hold the map. But wait, why are we not... Put the archers inside the tower, dude! Ah, man, this must be nerves. The whole part of the build is you don't want your villagers idle, so you put the archers in there. Okay, there he goes. I mean, there's more idle time for Saymyname, but he also has 2 towers focused on one right now. Because this tower and this tower range. And more archers are going to be going forward. Meanwhile, it's the eco behind that's important. Are they adding farms? Will they use the market? For Survivalist, he still can't take his berries. For Survivalist, he still doesn't have fletching. And of course, for Survivalist, he doesn't have as many farms working. T90 sounds like a disappointed dad. Yeah, it's just, I have very high expectations, right? Guys, there are players in Silver who have done maybe 15 to 20 practice sets. And play all 3s. And then you have players in Silver who just show up and YOLO it. And one of them is Saymyname, and he's gonna go gold. But like, there's just a massive discrepancy at times between prep. And so there can, particularly in Silver... I think there's arguments you shouldn't even prepare as much as these guys are for Silver. Like, it might not even be worth their time, but it's like they don't think about it that way. They want the moment so bad. I think Survivalist is holding this. He kills 2 vills. Yeah, Sato is right. It's pure passion for it. Yeah. You've defending the area okay so far. You have archers to actually counterattack with. Maybe he's going to take the res out here, which is why Saymyname losing that scout earlier was so bad, because you'd be able to see all this. The score will be really high for Survivalist because he can scout the whole map. And he's holding. So I think I've seen Survivalists in these positions before. Okay, whatever. He's housed. He can fix that. He can use the market, and after he uses the market, he can get to Castle Age at a reasonable time. I think he's okay. At what elo does the elo not matter anymore? That's a tricky question. I would say 2300. Because, like, once you enter a tournament, it's a completely different world. But, like, still, in general, a 2300 versus a 2600 player, typically in tournaments, the 2600 is always preferred. So, I don't know. It depends. The Survivalist has the food out here, which must be so nice because it's so peaceful out here. And no player is ever going to complain about having a score lead like this. The only thing that's weird about this situation right now is the position. So you cannot build on the quicksand terrain. But you can build in the opponent's base. So it sounds weird, but Saymyname might actually delete his towers and drop his castle here if he makes it to Castle Age. And if the castle goes up there, that's panic time. Survivalist still no counterattacking with any army or anything. Saymyname has lots of smooth farming eco. He's using the market. He's still just staying super consistent with the push here. What about a 2600 versus 2700 elo player? That's the thing. It depends on the players, right? Like, Duduju is 2200 elo and he made Gold League beating a 2700 elo player because he, like, doesn't give a crap about ranked. Elo is Arabia and maybe Arena at a high level. Tournaments is mixed maps. You can't play the same civ all the time and just play, like, the same 2 to 3 strategies. You have to be a lot more... You have to be a complete player, so... It just really depends on the individual. Some players are overrated, some players are underrated on elo compared to their tournaments. And that's what the perspective I try and bring to you guys is what the players are good at and what they're capable of. In Survivalist's case, he's definitely a player who is maybe his like ranked elo is maybe a little inflated, and Saymayname's the opposite. He barely plays ranked and doesn't give a damn. He just plays team games. So yeah, it depends. My capture age is bugged, so if you see the red X's, that is... They do not have the technology's missing string. That bug will be fixed in 2 days. So, I'm still really fascinated by this, because if Saymyname ever leaves his base, Survivalist is out here, and Survivalist could get so much damage. And Saymyname doesn't have enough stone for a castle yet. The archer defense from Survivalist was perfect. And also, the archers for Survivalist actually scale. You can get crossbowmen. So, I like this for Survivalist. I like the second TC. I think you should drop a castle right where these farms are. Delete the farms. Drop a castle there. And then you have good economy. You have a castle on the front of your base to protect. I swear Saymyname... He's going to run into Survivalist. Look, he lost his scout. He's going to go this way? Bro. He's going to drop the castle on the side. You can get Bodkin at least for the towers. And Survivalist is losing track of this. The towers are still really important here, guys. Ooh. That's actually really good for Saymyname. Survivalist built outposts here. He brings any army, these villagers die. He's got to get the army out there. But he also has to focus on the front of his base. Villagers are just over there on the stone. Guard tower upgrade for Saymyname. And there's the castle for Survivalist. Okay. Yo, thank you, Johnny Gamble. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Like I said, I have a lot of extra passion towards the silver and the gold players because I play them and see them all the time. And I know how good they are, and nobody ever gets to see them. So to have people watching this is sick. Saymyname could still castle drop the front. But I think if you see outposts here and you know your opponent's on archers, you need to protect this area. Town center or castle here. I don't think Survivalist sees any of that, guys. He's not noticing those villagers are out there. I think he's really worried about this. Rats and Archer is a great unit for him. So I'd be okay with that. Survivalist with the better eco. A lot of that is the Vietnamese Civ. Is he going Imp? Wow. Okay. Well, Imp would be really good if Saymyname builds a forward castle. And here comes Saymyname. Oh, dude. Yeah, Imp is so good in a castle v castle fight. But if Saymyname just built a defensive castle and sent army this way, it's a completely different game. Archers are coming that... Bro, no way. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. Guys, he has outposts there. Surely he's going to cancel that. Survivalist sees it. Okay, he just noticed. Oh, no way. The archers are on the way. But he's really undecisive right now because now he's got to go castle forward. So I thought he was going castle forward. He had two groups of villagers running. Oh, this is so good for Survivalist. Let's go Survivalist. And remember, more drama in the group, right? Because Saymyname, if he doesn't sweep here, he's not guaranteed first place. And that other series that we'll see will matter. Hold the gate open, Survivalist. Hold the gate open. Let's go. Saymyname is so screwed here. This is over. Again, I think you could see the nerves. You could see the shakiness from Survivalist at times, like with the archer scenarios, just the initial reactions. But if he could just stay in a game, he's very adaptable, very strong. And when he's an imp, he can simply make trebs to take down this castle. There's no defense here either. Like, okay, there will be a mangonel, I guess. Smart from Survivalist to take the gate, because when you go in, you want to be able to escape. So now he can just freely run away. And he'll see the mangonel. He just backs up. Yep. I'm wondering what Saymyname does when he sees him. Because this is bad. I'm very curious on his level of fight here. Okay, stays in the game as you would want to see. But good luck, dude. Good luck. I think he was never expecting Survivalist to go Feudal Age. If I was playing, I probably would always predict Survivalist to do that because I know he likes the fast feudal builds. But he thought that it would be a fast castle from Survivalist and that the Tower Rush could do a lot more. In the north, we have a lion attacking an archer. So that's what Saymyname has to look forward to. I mean, you need to get rid of this castle and you need to get rid of that treb, and then it's a different game. The eco is still really weak for Survivalist. But how can you do that? Ugh. Well, repair your castle. Bring the rams forward. It'll take a super long time. Hope to get to those trebuchets is basically the plan. Are you saying it's a lack of ranked experience? I don't know. I mean, maybe. Like, Saymyname doesn't play Survivalist as much as he would if he played ranked. So, yeah, maybe. He probably doesn't know his tendencies quite as much. But, I mean, I am in the... I got to talk to players after this season, and ask them if they listen to my cast and my assessment of it, because I sometimes think I'm actually too critical now, because if we're talking about a full-time player, it's different. Top 10 player, top 16 player, it's different, but, like, I'm a full-time player and a full-time viewer. I know these tiny little details. I think there's a little bit of surprises for some of the Silver League. Survivalist can kind of chill here. He can use his trebs against the towers. Saymyname is going to back up. Saymyname will convince himself that he's ahead in eco because his opponent went imp. That's not even the case, though. So this is bad. You're down in age and down in military and down in technology. But I still think that Saymyname losing that scout changes this game. I think if he knew Survivalist was on the outside, he could have been proactive to do something with his archers there in feudal. He would have never considered the castle on the left, and then the middle castle wouldn't have been so late. So there's a lot of things that come to my mind that could have maybe gone differently. With Bracer being in, Survivalist is confident. And Bracer and Chemistry crossbows could just shred Siege. And Conks. And Survivalist is coming through the middle. This is over. Very over. What's up, Nihil? Thank you for the 20 months. Survivalist played it like a home map. And played it how the map was designed, right? Used both sides. Had the experience. Some people get stuck in Castle Age forever against the Fast Imps. Actually went Fast Imp himself. Now is adding the economy. Makes game 3 very interesting. Because Survivalist will get momentum. And maybe a bit of a feel for the series. And the win matters a lot for Saymyname. And while we're at it, for Ozone and for Kambito in the group. Yeah, very calm micro from Survivalist. Let's just not forget that he's still focused over here too, right? Still got the Trebs protected, still pressuring, and GG. Yeah, the little Tower Rush Archer scenario just left Saymyname with a bunch of leftover archers that didn't accomplish much. He wasn't sure where to place the castle because Survivalist made it to the Castle Age faster. Survivalist, a little rough around the edges. Made it happen. Ends the game with 44 on gold there. Crazy. 1-1. GG. So 6.8 KD, rather, for Survivalists. And beautiful economy behind. Yeah, just a game that Saymyname struggled. All right, guys. So game 3, I'm going to repeat the stakes here. If Saymyname wins this game, Kambito in the Ozone series needs a 3-0 win to steal first place from him. Okay? If Saymyname loses this game, Saymyname, then Kambito only needs 1 win, so he can lose the series 2-1 to Ozone and get first place. First place is auto promotion to gold, auto entry into the 25K league, where even if you lose every single game, you still get a lot more money than silver, which is only 10K. Now, if Saymyname were to not get first place, he would fall into the playoffs, so he could still get to gold, but he would have to play a best-of-7 playoff against another player. So, yeah. What's easier, winning this game against Survivalists or winning a best-of-7 against another player in a group when all the groups have been very strong? What do you think? I would say probably winning this game against Survivalists, but Survivalists proved in the previous game that he's capable and he's got a really good civilization to work with. So we've seen some nerdy little builds on this map with early barracks and militia. Feels like both players are going to play this the old school way. I say old school, it's kind of, you know, what I wanted the map to be. Very open, very scout heavy. I think Saymaneme's just looking for a good wood line. Can sometimes be pretty hard to find on this map. Remember, it's double berries, and Survivalist gets housed. He forgot a house. Freaking Survivalist, man. Oh, man. But hey, the previous game, I was also questioning some things, and he made it happen, right? But he is down a villager now because he forgot his house. I think it's a little weird if you haven't played it because you have to walk quite the distance for your first house. So maybe he thought when he started, he could just build one house and it was fine. Villager from Survivalist is walking around the wood line. I don't know if this is with a purpose, but now I do think it's with a purpose. Where are you going, dude? Where are you going? He's clearly going to try something here. I think he's looking for Saymaneme's woodline. Saymaname ended up lumber camping over here. But that is a villager walking, which means the villager is not working. But could the sneak maybe do something? Actually, you know what I think happened? He got loom, which he considers a waste. He now wants to use his loomed villager and his scout to kill a villain in the woodline. That's what this is. And he's going to get housed again. Bro, he's going to get housed again in Dark Age. Survivalist, my guy. Dude. All right, so he's going to be down like 2 vills because of not managing the Dark Age. Maybe a vill and a half because he forgot the house. Okay. But there's 2 vills there. They're unfortunately for him walled in. But Saymyname didn't fully build them. So if Saymyname were to notice this, Saymyname could just always boop those palisades and keep the villagers safe. Saymyname doesn't notice it. Doesn't notice it. Survivalist wants his revenge. I say revenge. Survivalist is trying to make up for the loss, and it's actually going to work. It's actually going to work. It would have looked so foolish if it didn't pan out, but that will be 3 villager kills. Wow. And there's no Civ bonus at play here. There's no Civ bonus at play. It is literally just Survivalist screwed up, and he's like, well, you know, let's try something. We're relegated anyways. That was so good. And that could be the difference between getting to gold or not for Saymyname. There's crazy significance. He was going up really quick. If you go up really quick and you take damage, even just villager inefficiencies, it's horrible. He's not going to be able to afford anything. He's 14 vills on the way to feudal. And Survivalist is just going to be happy to lose these houses here. Watch Survivalist get housed again. My God, dude. Oh, it's so infuriating to watch this guy. It really is. He's housed again because he factored in the forward house into his build. My God. Okay, but he's on the way to feudal. This whole eco is crap. It really is. But Saymyname doesn't know that, all right? Saymyname doesn't have to know. And that villager is just going to house wall in there and stay there. I assume for a tower or something. Yay. This is crazy. Honestly, I think certain players have an ability to bring you down to their weird, awkward level. And I think what Survivalist is doing here could accomplish that. And I don't mean that to be disrespect. I just think that Survivalist is just so random and all over the place that a classic player like Saymyname could probably be a little thrown off. But he'll keep an eye on this villager. If the villager builds a tower, I guess he can just build a counter tower. He's not actually scouting, though. He doesn't want this vill to escape, so he won't leave. He's not seeing what Survivalist is going to do. Seems like Survivalist is going to go archers here. It's going to be scouts for Saymyname, which was always expected with the Magyars. The key times, you're kind of expecting the same. And then look, yeah, the second he runs away, the villager leaves. Super sneaky from Survivalist. And Saymyname doesn't know either. So he literally does no clue. He thinks the villager's still there. So what is this going to be? Sneak archers? Saymyname comes back. He doesn't see the vill there anymore. He's like, hold up a sec. Now he finds the vill. And the scout is very weak for Survivalist. That villager needs to be quick-walled. A dock? Okay. I mean, it is doable. And if he gets a demo onto the wood line, it would be horrible for Saymyname. Let him cook. Let him cook. Saymyname will drop a tower, but that whole wood line needs to be walled in now if you're Saymyname. And Saymyname just needs to stop paying attention to his own base and just go to his opponent's base. Like, Survivalist surely is going to be exposed there. The Survivalist will add some spears in defense, though. But that dock can be really important long-term. I'm not saying duck. I'm saying dock. What a messy game. It's going to be galley. If you mass multiple galleys, it can be pretty strong. So, long-term galleys can actually be the play on this map. Nice quick walls from Saymyname. Or, sorry, from Survivalist. Saymayname's food eco is not good enough to make more scouts, so he will drop an archer range. He does know about the wood line there, so he could also build a sneaky dock, but he's just getting a feel for the situation. Wants to see what the eco looks like for Survivalist. And the eco for Survivalist is just 1 pasture and then 9 villagers on 1 berry bush. But when there's 9 villagers, you can fight back 2 scouts. So it really just comes back to Saymyname's not spamming scouts because of the early game. It's had such a weak economy ever since. But, oh man, Survivalist loses the vill. And then Survivalist galley is there, but it gets ranged by the tower. So I guess technically that could be good long term. Galleys have pretty high pierce armor. Take a shot every time Survivalist gets housed. Just kidding, don't, because you guys might die of alcohol poisoning. He gets housed again, but this time he builds 2. That's improvement. That's good. We've all been there. You just have moments where you're getting housed, and you just build 1 every time. And then the 3rd or 4th time you get housed, you're like, I hate this, and then you build more. I'd probably build like 4 of them with how this game has gone. Saymyname sneaks up a dock, and I assume his plan is to mix in some fire galleys. Still a very close game. I know that I've been making some jokes and having some fun with this, but it's because it's content, and this is really an important moment for Saymyname. I don't know if he's here right now, if Ozone is here. But I have Kambito, who's going to play against Ozone in this group. I have him as my favorite, because the last time they played, Kambito won 3-0. Ozone is my friend, so he will hate me for that, but that's just the truth. So, with that in mind, Saymyname losing this game, Kambito just needs 1 win in the whole series. Saymyname wins this game, Kambito needs 3. Huge swings. Huge difference. Both players lose some archers there, but more importantly, Survivalist loses. Oh, no, he's going to lose multiple. And he doesn't have a spearman here. He doesn't have the spearman there. He's microing with his vills. This is super messy. Honestly, kind of made it work, though. Kind of made it work. Not too terrible. Saymyname will make the fires now. The galleys... Where did the galleys actually go? The galleys died to the tower while that was happening. So both galleys went down. Man, their economies have seen better days, guys. I think Survivalist has the better eco. Because I'm actually seeing pastures, which of course is like their equivalent for farms. I say that and all these vills are just now going to need to walk over here. And Saymyname is dropping the farms. I don't know. I don't know who to trust at this point, to be honest. It's been such a messy series. It's been such a messy series. They both have played better sets. Survivalist going 23 on wood. You know, normally that's horrible. But because you can pull the villagers and just build pastures here, and the pastures don't need to be next to the mill, I think that's fine. And oh man, Survivalist, he's lacked any offensive presence here. The villagers on gold are really important for the ships. He's made a demo, which I think he's hoping to use against the wood line, but he's losing his villagers on gold. He's bringing the archers too, but this is... Well, you know what? It's not completely walled, but the ships can't pass there. Okay, JBR, thanks for letting me know. Apparently there's some other potentials with how things can go here. This will be the first time that Saymyname's base is pushed by Survivalist, and Survivalist has a couple archers with fletching. Saymyname still doesn't have fletching. And so Saymyname, not expecting that. No, don't... Survivalist uses a demo on one archer that was going to die. Demos are just like that sometimes. Archers are here with fletching. Saymyname will recognize those archers are rather weak. He'll get fletching, I think, with the 1 skirm there and a couple volleys. It's okay. Good micro from Survivalist. Good micro. I don't know, man. This is anybody's game. The same time, Saymyname was microing over here. Survivalist really needs more pastures. Survivalist needs to take gold again. I think I'm still going to give the slight edge to Saymyname due to the experience. But, like, the eco, I don't know. No, I think Survivalist could do this. He's got the eco lead. I don't know how, but he does. He's finding the vills. The skirms are completely out of position. Over here, Survivalist is getting a winning trade as well. Survivalist is about to play spoiler. Damn, great engagements. I thought Saymyname would clear this a whole lot faster. It's been so messy. But you know what this means, right? We have now arrived in the state of the game where I feel Survivalist has the advantage. So, based on how these games have gone, I am now wondering, when is the next horrible, bad thing going to happen to Survivalist? Like, is he going to run into a demo or something? Because it's just been, like, back and forth. Bad start with the Vill, then he kills 3 Vills. Then he gets housed 3 times. Castle Age feels like a big swing here. The skirms are waiting at home, so Survivalist's army will not do the damage he wants. It still goes for the villager pick. And we'll get it. Nice. Not bad. Back here, he's dropping defensive towers everywhere. Here, his houses are going down, and his docks are being attacked, but that's not that big a deal. Saymyname drops the market, which feels important, and Saymyname has been on gold this whole time. This would be a perfect time for Survivalists to go full scouts. Full scouts. Stables. Forging. Scouts everywhere. Full scouts wins the game. Full scouts wins this game. There's villagers everywhere. It's so hard to protect them. But I think Survivalist is more of the Castle Age player. He's probably looking at his resources thinking he will go up soon. If Saymyname tries a demo, could land a massive shot there. Survivalist is going to make one. Who wins the game, chat? Survivalist has the Eco KD lead. He has the KD lead. He has the Res collected lead. Army count's even. But he is he is relegated already. He doesn't have the experience of Saymyname. And he has a tendency of overextending. These skirmishers are found by 2 Magyar scouts. They will need a spearman nearby. There's the spearman. Saymyname will kill the spearman. The scouts are kind of weak. So this probably won't lead to too much damage. This is where I would still love to see a stable from Survivalist. That's the best thing this civilization does as well, is just drop a stable, make some scouts. Okay, so he was building the tower, and now he feels like the tower isn't necessary. And now he's just leaving the golds. Just gets enough gold to click to Castle Age, and he will click. So he's back off of gold. Saymyname's fires, and could be more. Could eventually move in towards the middle wood lines. That's going to be the key here. And Survivalist is super happy on stone. Or super heavy on stone. The Eco KD was 7-3, and Survivalist had a demo. I think he killed 1 villager with that. Sorry I missed that. I think Saymyname's Eco is looking very nice now. He's got every resource, lots of farms. He needs to click up. But I could still see him getting some value from these scouts. To any Survivalist fans out there, how much elo do you think he would lose if the market didn't exist? Same question to Doubt fans. But like, Survivalist is real extreme, man. Like, he's just like, who needs gold? I'm just going to use the market. They both have... Saymayname's used the market more than him. What am I talking about? Let's be real. Everyone would lose some elo if they couldn't have a market. So I guess the plan is to build a castle and play into the infantry unit, the Li Daos. So maybe Li Dao and adapt. But the wood situation is getting pretty brutal here. The scouts can also just run around into the wood line. Scouts can also just attack the fire galley if you want to do that, which he'll do. Saymyname will see Castle Age, and he's probably going to be really confused to see a castle. This is what Survivalist does. He just hangs around. But okay, the Li Dao, I know there's not a lot known about it, but it's good in melee engagements. So you need to play Cav Archers now if you're Saymyname. Now, does Saymyname know that? I have no clue. Is his eco set up for that? No. These vills need to get pulled to wood if he's playing Cav Archers, not reseed the farms. So I don't think he's aware. Survivalist will lose a vill there. And now Survivalist can town center the middle wood. And he still always has the option to move out to these different golds. Oh, he knows the map, but he's just missing that gold. He's searching for one right now. This is so crazy, dude. I would like to see Survivalist play super heavy eco and just sneak docks at this point. I don't think you need that many Li Daos until you see army. His pastures have all expired, so he needs to stabilize that, but let's see what the choice is for Saymyname. He will go for light cap for now. Okay. But imagine your eco's completely safe because you have the castle protecting you. He does find this gold, so that's nice too. And then this can become a bit of a water map for wood control. I guess if the opponent already has so many fires, though, it doesn't feel very strong. And yeah, the Li Daos are, as Dad Gum and chat put it, I think they're secretly OP. Everyone's complained and talked about the Khitan's eco, but this unit's insane. It does bleed damage. It's like after it hits you, you're still taking some damage. They're very strong. Just looking around at what Survivalists can see and what Saymyname can see. Saymyname will build outposts now. So he knows about this gold. He will find out about this gold. He obviously knows about the castle. And he knows about that town center now. Can be infuriating playing against Survivalists. Because you're just like, this doesn't make any sense. But he's cooking. He's cooking up. That's what he does. He's got the pastures. The pasture count will only rise. University now is a little surprising. I think he's maybe thinking about guard tower, but... The little counterattack on the side, if this army were to get into this eco, it's all dead. And it'll be completely against the run of play. Saymyname is trying to raid. Sniping some villagers here, but the tower is proving to be pretty nice. I think you could argue it's a little unnecessary, of course, but it just kind of is what it is. It's all about vibes right now. All about adapting. And the cool thing is that Survivalist he got the second upgrade on the pasture as well. So these pastures will last a really long time. Saymyname has been very late to eco upgrades today. So he doesn't have bow saw. He also doesn't even have, he doesn't have heavy plow. Or wheelbarrow. And Survivalist will drop a tower to defend. Here comes the counter-attacking army. Guys, this is so random. I experience this a lot. He attacks so much later than other players. And with such weird armies, you're just, like, never really thinking about it. And so even if you hear the attack noise, you don't look. Because you have a flow to the game as a player. Wow, what a reaction. What a reaction. That's crazy. He didn't even get attacked. Well played. He might bring a lot of his army home. He still has the light cav here and the cav archers here to harass. But this is where I like heavy cav archer, I think. Or long-term heavy cav archer, but... Cav archers are a range unit. Survivalist doesn't have many skirms. But yeah, Survivalist might be the only player you see research squires and ballistics at the same time. Just like two different frames of thinking. Neither of those upgrades benefits the other. But guys, 1 Li Dao is better than 5 Li Dao, apparently. The sneaky Li Dao into the farms is working out. And now all the pressure that was at Survivalist base will be relieved because the army has to come home searching for the small raiding army, which could still be coming back. And now Survivalist is dropping the docks. I think this is key. There's so much eco in the middle here. How is the Khitan Navy, though? I don't even know. That's good enough. As long as you get fast fire ship, as long as you get galleon, that's good enough. I think Survivalist should win this game. Also, this army was not found, and Saymyname didn't want to wait around for it. So Saymyname will move forward. The army could come right back in. 10 villager lead for Survivalist. Very good economy. Access to every resource. Okay, but Saymyname spots the docks. That's kind of key here, when you already have the fire galleys. It's awkward to think about, but I think docks over here would have been good. And oh my god... We have a castle drop coming. We have a castle drop coming, and Survivalist is making demos from his docks. There's the castle. This is to deny Survivalist wood. And just cut him off from advancing this way. That would be a really good castle. Especially because he has Bodkin. So with Bodkin, you're going to range the tower in the town center. You're going to range a lot that comes through there. The army's back. The sneak attack is back. More value from the sneak attack. Saymyname will actually clear it this time. And then the demos for Survivalists are kind of off doing their own thing. And he will... Okay, that's worth it. Demo a Mangano. But the castle's up. I don't know if he saw that, guys. Did he see this? He sees it now. What is Survivalist military going to be? I thought it was going to be Li Dao's. He didn't really commit. I thought it was going to be Navy. He didn't really commit. I still like the Navy approach, but maybe Imp is the play. Against the forward castle... The number one thing you want to think about is Trebs, and there he goes. On the way to Imp. Such a weird game. But that's just... That's what makes it so special here at times. The players don't have the consistency or experience. I think Survivalist... He's not taking any eco damage, right? His Treb will be protected by his castle and his town center. It is weird. I don't know what army he'll want to make. I'd like him to commit to something, but I don't even know if he needs to for now. It only changes if Saymyname starts to find the left side. If Saymyname could pressure this, he would shift over here big time. And that knight just randomly patrolled to the left side was a little too early. If that knight just sat there, that knight would be killing those villagers, but Survivalist will get that gold. The town center could be found, though. So the knight found that. I think Saymyname might go for another castle. But he really needs to spend some time fixing and balancing his eco. Pastures are nice because you don't... On this map, it's hard to drop off farms at your TCs. So you could just kind of plop them anywhere, and that's what Survivalist has been doing. Survivalist dropping more towers. Survivalist about to be an imp. Saymyname nowhere close. And Saymyname coming for another forward castle. It feels very reminiscent of the previous game. 2 castles. Actually, was that game 1 as well? I forget. But it's multiple castles directly next to a player who's about to reach imp, which isn't what you want. And those Li Daos are ready as well, so they might be able to deny that castle. So he backs it up. Okay. Knight will find some damage. But there's been so little damage applied from Saymyname against Survivalist eco this game. So little. Survivalist has just found the way, a unique way to position his eco. And now he's an imp. Okay, so this castle doesn't hurt you that much. I think you just let it happen. You go for this castle because you want the middle woodlines. Saymyname is coming to the left side. He's going to go for another castle. In between both of those town centers. Oh my god. Survivalist has all of his focus at home right now. Will he notice that? Survivalist getting siege engineers for his trebs. He has his Li Daos protecting the trebs. So they're in range of being able to get to where they need to. But will he even notice that? It feels like he's shifting his army over this way because the cav archers and the light cav. And now the castle from Saymayname's on the way up. Survivalist needs to notice that. If he does notice it, it's okay. He can deal with it eventually. But if he doesn't notice it, he'll lose a lot of vills. Okay, he's noticed it. I think he might just run this way. I don't know what you do with these villagers now. Saymyname still has the light cav and cav archers, though. He's coming over to the left side as well. The Li Daos can't fight underneath castles. Saymyname realizes that. And Saymyname, it just clicked in his mind. He's like, oh crap, I'm missing some eco upgrades. Let's get that. And let's hunt these villagers down. He knows those villagers have to go somewhere. Oh, Survivalist! Oh god, it's 22 vills. 22 vills. Saymyname is buying himself time with the castle repairs. Survivalist needed to at least stay in the town center for a little while. Wait for the army. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's a massacre. He's losing his town centers there. He could still be raided. He still hasn't taken down the castle. He's trying to go war galley now. There's a ram here. His Li Daos need to be here. They're so slow. I think if Survivalist just played light cav, he'd have some mobility and he'd be okay. But Survivalist noticed it. Okay, he sees it. But this is getting out of hand fast, guys. Yeah, definitely the eco upgrades clicked for Saymyname. He's going through all the military and eco upgrades he can think of right now. Survivalist is making cannon galleons, though. And he does have war galleys with Bracer on the way and ballistics, which can beat units like land units. So I know it looks bad for Survivalist, but I think it's still doable in this... in a weird way. I just do not know. What a game. Saymyname will click Imperial Age. Saymyname will slaughter more vills. Yikes. Yeah, that's the issue with turtling for too long, right? And that's the issue with reacting all the time, is your opponent's going to eventually find an avenue to get the damage. We checked the Khitan Navy earlier. What about the Magyar Navy? I think they get Galleon. They get Galleon and Fast Fire Ship. But I think Saymyname just needs to try and play the sides with a mix of some fires. Like, just keep raiding the right side and the left side. He's got outposts now, so he's pretty clued into where Survivalist can go. Survivalist does have the elite Li Daos, which should be able to clear this. He does lose the town center, though, which is kind of brutal. And it's not a unit that's stellar against cav archers, so he's probably worried about that. But there goes ACCM massing the war galleys as well. He is housed at the moment, and that's going to get even worse because his castle is going to go down. He will have 0 castles. This will be almost a castle-less game. Did I say ACCM again? Guys, that's chat's fault. Somebody brought it up on YouTube earlier. It's obviously Saymyname. That's not even funny. No disrespect intended to say my name. Survivalist. He's going for the trap. He's going for the trap. Cav archers are going to make it through. And behind this, we got light cav raids from Say My Name in the back. He's still using the mobility of the cav archers. Survivalist has cleared up the castle, but Say My Name, we have not looked at his base in a very long time for good reason, guys. His eco is flowing. There's no damage. Survivalist just so defensive, and now down to 85 vills. He did have something there as a counterattack. I'm not really sure what it was, but Say My Name has bought himself some time. And so there he goes. I mean, let's compare the Navy numbers now. It's 11 war galleys for Survivalist, and it's going to be the same for Say My Name plus some fire ship support. Say My Name doesn't have ballistics yet, and he will lack chemistry. So he is actually upgraded there. Not having ballistics means you can take a really bad engagement. But now Survivalist, he can't take any golds on the sides. He's kind of running out. And he's also run out of a lot of wood. He's coming to the middle right now. It feels like Survivalist has to win every engagement. I just think the fires are going to be enough for Say My Name to make the difference on the water. And I think Say My Name is going to maybe win the game here. The Survivalist, in just true Survivalist fashion, has been all over the place this game. He's made it difficult for for Say My Name. But Say My Name has been able to manage it. And he's managed it well. I mean, there's been times I've been worried for him. I really thought that he was going to lose this game, but I think the Li Dao choice from Survivalist never made much sense to me. And it's a gold unit. You need a castle for the unit. So it's really big investment. Unique units, if that's your choice, it's got to be a choice that really clicks. I still haven't really seen one instance where it made a lot of sense. I do think they're good in some key situations. Don't think they're a bad unit, but they're a bad unit for this situation. And now the upgrades are coming in for Say My Name. I think he was worried. But I think now, as he's bringing in the relics, he's got 3 now. As he's got castles on the sides, as Survivalist tries to raid him. And he's got the upgrades for the galleons. I think now he can just lean into just raiding with Light Cav himself and denying the resources from Survivalist here. If Survivalists were to win this game from here, I would drop 50 subs on the channel because this would be quite the comeback. These blue palisades keep annoying me. When I'm a player, I actually attack them because I always look at the minimap and see them. I don't want them there. But yeah, Survivalist basically has nothing. But it's like, now he's going light cap. And before he had 50 on food, right? And his opponent had no defensive castles at home. All of this eco has been exposed for so long. I would have loved to see him just play raid in early imp. Light Cav could have chased down the... Light Cav could have saved those town centers on the sides as well. With all the extra attack. This would be the last game in Titans League Silver for Survivalist. At least for now, so he really wants to fight it out. But his pop is not getting much better here. Sheesh! Yeah, Chief. I agree. If you're when you watch Survivalist, it's easy to get a little frustrated. Just because of how random things can be, but also it's hard not to appreciate that because sometimes that randomness can be really exciting too, right? Like I said earlier today, there's just a lot of players like that at different levels at the top. MBL is a player at the very highest level who does some random things and he makes it work. And people love him for it, but then there are times that randomness just looks very foolish, so... left side, Say My Name's Cav Archers will go down. It's probably busy. Survivalist is building a tower to protect a bunch of stumps there. But that's something at least. And Survivalist will take down the castle too. Sorry, I'm blowing my nose. I'm getting a cold, so... But eventually you just cannot survive here. Eventually you just run out of resources. You'll have no wood. You'll have no golds. You certainly don't have the relics. The castles are going to be up everywhere for Say My Name, so he can't be raided. And the finishing blow is really just coming in and taking down this castle with the galleons and the cannon galleons, and that's starting now. Yeah, apparently everybody's getting sick. So, I think if it was something worse than a cold, I probably would be feeling worse right now. I think probably this will run its course in a couple days. I was really concerned I would make it worse by casting all day. But yesterday I did that, and it's alright today, so. You can never really predict how these things go, but tomorrow it'll be slightly worse than today, and then it'll be better the 2 days after that. That's what I'm hoping anyways. Well, Say My Name's got the castles everywhere. Remember, there was a time he didn't have any castles. It took him a long time to build back up to this. And now he snags Recurve Bow for the extra range on the CA and the extra attack on the CA. And Survivalist is getting raided over on the left side. And Survivalist is losing his castle in the middle to the cannon galleons. This will not guarantee anything for Say My Name. We'll look at the stats again, but this should mean that Kambito needs to 3-0 Ozone to get guaranteed at first place position. So Survivalist made it interesting today, snagging the win. If he would have got swept, obviously, I think Say My Name would be much happier, but we would be having less to look forward to. So, fun series, fun game. Really fun game. I think that's a very winnable game for Survivalist. It's not a map that's in a lot of tournaments, so I don't know where his mind is at, but I think if he goes back and looks at that, I think there's no reason to ever make the Li Daos. He made 66 Li Daos in this game. List how many fights we saw for the Li Dao that looked solid, if you could for me, chat. I think one. I saw one engagement. I was like, ooh, that was good. He had them there. That was here against like 5 Cav Archers when the opponent went AFK. And if you go back to early imp, he had a crazy food economy and he didn't have a lot of gold. So I would just say spam light cav, spend the gold on Navy, maybe retake the map that way. So easy when we're not getting pressured. So easy when I'm sitting here with the mic in front of me, and so easy when you forget it's Mudflow. Mudflow is a crazy map to play. So it was kind of a messy game the whole way through. Say My Name wins 2-1, and Survivalist will be silver no more.